So we started with 14 members back in 2013, and we've grown to over 600, as you're going to hear later. The larger water agencies no longer included mutual water companies and other small systems in their insurance pool beginning in 2007. And so we created our own. And the mutual water companies in Altadena were original members of that insurance pool. And for many reasons, that's why we're here today. We're not here to talk about state funding. That's still under debate. We're not here talking about county funding. That's still under debate. But we can start making progress on the physical damage that, repairing the physical damage that took place here approximately 18 months ago. So to begin our comments, I'd like to invite the general manager of Rubio Canyon Land and Water Association. Oh, well, wait a second. I'm getting ahead of myself. I have to acknowledge the dignitaries that are here today that are joining us from the beginning. So I want to welcome Miles Keeling from Assembly Member here at Beedian's office. Thank you for being here. I think Paul Novak was scheduled to be here from LA County LAFCO. Paul, thank you for being here. As well as Adriana Roma, who's also joining us. We have County Fire Chief Nick Duvali, who's the regional fire chief in this area. Thank you and your force for all the work you did during that terrible event 18 months ago. We also have Keith Halla from the County of Los Angeles and Marguerite Movesian. I hope I didn't say that name too wrong. Please give them a round of applause and welcome. So now I'd like to introduce the general manager of Rubio Canyon Land and Water. She's also the president of the California Association of Mutual Water Companies, Lisa Yamashita Lopez.
Thank you.
Oops, you have. So you want to turn
this one on,
and then you still need to use the microphone.
Well, it's wonderful to see everyone's face here. This is a really emotional moment for me. It's been a really hard road for the last year and a half. So I am just so excited and so pleased to see everybody here and the support that was given to us in our time of need. As you can imagine, there were several challenges during the fire, after the fire, and still ongoing today. So the strength and the tenacity that we had to have to move through this was very trying. I think that what has given me the continued strength to move on is the support of, first and foremost, our staff. And, we want to honor our operators today. We also, want to thank all of our partners that are here today. Some of the key partners during the recovery of the fire was the Public Water Agency Group. And in that group, there are several members, and they stem from public special districts and mutual water companies and wholesalers. And I will tell you this, we are a staff of basically 9, 10. And without the Public Water Agency Group team of people, we would have never made it through. The amount of operators that came out from several different agencies, and I'm not going to, these agencies are in no particular order, so, forgive me, but I do want to acknowledge some names here in the room. Roland Water District, raise your hand. Thank you. Kanaloa Irrigation District, raise your hand. Thank you. Three Valleys, thank you. definitely a huge thank you to Metropolitan Water District. Shane will talk to us later. We have Bellflower Somerset Mutual. We have La Cañada Irrigation District. We have Sunny Slope Mutual Water Company. We have Crescenta Valley. And let me tell you, Crescenta Valley, they helped feed us. There was no food around here, so they brought us food. So that was a big thank you. We have Pico Water District. Thank you. Did I miss anybody? City of Pasadena. Thank you. Another huge thank you to Core Response. Anne will talk to us in a little while, and she'll give you a background on what their organization did to help us recover. And so it's just being thankful and being appreciative of all the support and the response that we had. As you can imagine, having to go out and turn everybody off and assess every property and just deal with the emotions of people who lost their homes. A couple of our board members and our board president unfortunately lost their home in the fire. So it hits home to a lot of people. One of the things that was crucial in rebounding and starting to help the building process was working with LA County Fire. Chief Diwali, raise your hand. He's been a huge help and support to us during this time, so we appreciate you. And again, if I forgot anybody, let me know. But I just want to acknowledge everybody's participation and helping us get where we are today. It's a beautiful thing that we are able to get these reservoirs, the construction underway, and water back in these storage facilities so that we can help the community aggressively continue the rebuild efforts. So thank you, and give yourselves all a round of applause.
We have Thank you, Lisa. So next, I'm here in my capacity as the executive director of Cal Mutuals, but I have another capacity. I chair the board of the Metropolitan Water District of Southern California, where I represent its smallest member, the city of San Fernando. It's a 4 square mile city with only 24,000 residents, and we can relate to what happened here because this is an unincorporated area, but it's an area with a lot of pride. These water companies were founded the same year that the city of Pasadena was founded, and there's a reason for that. But that was not too small for the next person I'm introducing, Shane Chapman, who's the Chief Operations Officer at the Metropolitan Water District, who found himself here helping Rubio and helping the other mutual water companies as the fire raged. So please welcome Shane Chapman.
All right. I have two microphones.
Yeah, one's for the iPhone.
Okay. Well, thank you all. It's a pleasure to be here with you this afternoon. Lisa, it's wonderful to see you and your team again under very different circumstances. So much underway, so much progress. I haven't been up here in a while. Tara Ortega, thank you for reminding me of this event. Like all of you, I will never forget January of 2025. So much loss, tragic loss of life, loss of property, people lost everything. Working at Metropolitan now 36 years, I've been on a lot of emergency response events and done a lot of training. Earthquakes, wildfires, floods, etc. When we came in here to help, I had never seen anything like it. So what I want to emphasize I have some talking points here from our external affairs department, but I never use them. But what I want to emphasize is this is a classic example of we all either succeed together or we don't. And tough few days at the onset, but it all came together in the end with your efforts locally. Lisa, you and your team and your operators, never seen anything like it. Just a tremendous effort. Armando, you're back there, and you shared with me when I first met you how you got burned trying to open that gate to get in here during the fire. So the dedication and the level of service and the commitment from you and your employees is unparalleled. Our role was to support you, get you resources, whether that be fuel for generators or mechanics to put in other generators, staff our own Emergency Operations Center, staff the LA County Emergency Operations Center, the ICP for water at the Rose Bowl, et cetera, and just clear that path for you and your staff to focus on your system, and then do whatever we could there with the communications, et cetera. It was an interesting time in Southern California. There was, of course, the Eaton Fire, the Palisades Fire that occupied the most attention still, but there were 5 other fires concurrently in Southern California during that time. So it was very busy. I also, like Lisa, want to give a shout out and a thanks to other members of the water sector and the groups that you have organized, PWAG, Public Water Agency Group, Cal Warren Water Agency Response Network, they came in too, and also California Utility Emergency Association to help coordination with the other utilities, restore electric service to pump stations quickly, et cetera. So we either succeed together or we don't. And as difficult as this event was and as impactful, I see it as a tremendous measure of your collective success. So thank you, congratulations. And Chief, working with your team during the fire was outstanding. Thank you. All right.
Thank you, Shane. Yeah, and Shane was busy. I mean, we had issues with DWP and trying to pressurize the system to try to get pressure up in the area around that ill-fated reservoir. But it was a busy time. We're here because of the cooperation of water agencies that at Cal Mutuals, our theme is one for all and all for one. And we do that. And I think PWAG is an entity that reflects those values. And so please welcome the General Manager or Executive Director, Alex Staton of the Public Water Agencies Group. We can put this one on so we can record your voice. And this is so everybody can hear you. Thank you, Alex.
Thanks, Adon. I'm so happy to be here today. I'm Alex Staton. I'm the Emergency Management Coordinator for Public Water Agencies Group, which is a mutual benefit corporation of 20 water districts and a water master in LA County. Kenaloa and Rubio are 2 of our valued members. And the mission of PWAG is to help our member organizations prepare for, respond to, and recover from disasters. And we do that with plans, training, and exercise, but we also do that with mentorship and with collaboration and working together to make sure that everybody gets what they need during a disaster through mutual aid. So all of the districts that were mentioned today, everybody who was here, everybody who isn't here today but did help. I want to especially thank Tom Mayich for his early representation at the incident command post. I was sick at the very beginning of the disaster, and his advocacy and his knowledge of how the process works really served everybody in the water sector during that time. So thanks especially to Tom, but mostly, yeah, a lot. Thank you, Tom. Mostly, I'm just super excited, super proud, just really, really happy to be here. And I want to tell you that if Rubio Canyon hadn't been as prepared as they were, we wouldn't be here yet. Every single employee at this agency is empowered to activate their ERP. They had done a lot of work to prevent fire damage. And if they hadn't done that, we would be not only not here yet, but we would also be having to do many more groundbreakings than we will. This is what prepared looks like. This is one of my most ready agencies. I'm so proud of them. I'm so pleased for them. And they're a shining example. So we're really pleased to have them as a member of PWAG. I know all of the PWAG member agencies were so happy to help. We're really ready to share and solve problems and bring people and stuff and fuel and everything they could. And it was really my pleasure to be the mutual aid coordinator during that event. But let's not do it again. So thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Alex. So sometimes when you have events like we experienced in this area, we get caught up with all kinds of technicalities about whose role is to do what and who's authorized to do what. And debris removal was a big part of that. And lucky for us, there was an organization, Core Response. It didn't matter to them. They stepped up and they delivered a service that was essential. So please help me welcome Ann Lee, who's with Core Response, that came out to help us.
Thank you. Wow. So grateful to be here and just have a small role in the recovery of Altadena and of the incredible infrastructure that needs to be here for people to come back. I mean, y'all are literally the lifeblood of the community. We cannot survive without you. And the fact that we were able to see so many different groups come together to bring the community back and think ahead of time, so far ahead of time, to be able to plan for recovery was really inspirational. A huge shout out to Eaton Fire. We have so much respect for what you do. We work very closely with you all during COVID, and we know and see what you do. So it is an honor to be standing here amongst you. Um, I mean, this is really about you. We did a very small service. Our organization, we try to fit in and fill in gaps. We usually, ask for forgiveness rather than permission first, which I think we were able to do in this situation. And meeting Lisa and Armando it was just amazing to have that openness, that willingness to let us into their community and be a part of the recovery process was just a testament as well to how they are with not accounts and not the houses, but their community, their neighbors, the people that they're serving, and being part of that sense of community is so much of part of who we are as an organization and an ethos. We provide not just the gap services of debris removal, but we also have a hub down the street providing families still to this day with disaster case management, with advice on reconstruction, with a lot of cash programming because we know it takes not just one component piece to bring this community back, but all of the pieces and all of the partners that we see represented today. So we're just grateful again to be here and stand here. Like it's been several years now, a year and a half
18
now,
months.
18 months. But to have that foresight to say we need to clear so we can rebuild now was an incredible thing to hear and to be a part of. So thank you so much for letting us be here today.
Thank you. And be careful going down. Thank you. Thank you, Anne. So it takes money to get to the point where you can make the investments necessary to break ground on the restoration of a facility and facilities. I think we had, about 9 damaged reservoirs in this area. And Rubio had about 3 of those, or 4 of those, that of the 9. And so we, I think by chance or fortune or wisdom, it doesn't matter, had the wherewithal to be insured for this. And we have a pooled insurance program. And I want to introduce the president and CEO of the Cal Mutual's Jay Prima, the Joint Powers Risk Insurance Management Authority, who's here to speak on behalf of her board. Please welcome Susan Allen. There you go. You need the microphone.
Both of them? Okay. So I am pleased to be here today and send congratulations on behalf of the Mutual Joint Powers Risk Management Insurance Authority, Jay Prima, and our board and our insurance administrator. As Ivan told you, we proudly represent about 600 water suppliers of varying sizes across California, and probably are one of the largest water insurance pools in the state. Wildfire is an example of our mission, and we work very diligently with our members and our reinsurer partners to make sure that appropriate insurance protection is available for our members, with a particular eye toward the smallest among us. Rubio Canyon and Lisa are examples of a best-in-class public water system whose governing body made sure that their insurance limits were adequate. And this is no small
Closer
thing.
to your mouth. You need.
We really want to work with our small systems to learn how to value appropriately, so that when something happens, they have the resources that they need to rebuild. Lisa's attention to detail, her tirelessness in working to work through her claim, her leadership, her foresight has just been invaluable. And as Alex said, you are an exemplar that we hope many others will follow, and we appreciate your lifting people up. So congratulations.
Oops. So where's the check?
He has it.
All right. I thought you were gonna. So before I call Janet, I think we've heard about him plenty, and I think he deserves a shot to tell us a little bit about his experience. Let's call up Chief Nick Duvali. Please come on up. Share a few words with us. Those are always the best comments. We'll get the truth. Here you go. Okay. You can just put this on your shirt or something. Yeah, it's for so we can record it on the iPhone. There you go. Thank you.
Okay, surprise. I think over the years we take the water companies for granted as something that's always there, and it's always available, it's always dependable, and we can count on it until we get something like this. So you had this happen at the same time the Palisades fire was happening. Soon after that, we realized there was a lot of work that needed to be coordinated between the fire department and the water companies, mutuals, whichever. It didn't matter to us. There were people providing water, and it was going to be a long game for all of us, because there was a lot that needed to be done. There was a lot of different ideas of how to move forward and how to make things better and get things assembled back the way they were. So I kind of teamed up with Josh Svensson from Public Works, and we created a working group with all the water companies, the 5 water companies that service the Altadena area. And we slowly worked on gaining each other's trust. There was no hidden agendas. We were all here to work together to get it back to the way it was. And as we slowly worked through that process, we also streamlined the process for people to rebuild and work through the process of getting building permits for both residential and commercial, working with some of the hurdles that we had in front of us, with some things that had been maybe not code compliant for 100 years. And together we worked through those problems to come up with how can we fix the most things right away. And there's some things that we're pushing off to the back burner and say we'll get to that in 2, 3, 4, 5 years, and we'll make those things better at that point. But the main thing was working together. I think somebody said we don't get anywhere until we all work together. And once we got kind of all headed in the same direction, we were able to make progress, documenting where all the fire hydrants were, what were the fire flow capabilities, what are the code requirements. And as we worked through all of that, we started to gain trust more and more with each other, and we started to make a lot of things happen by streamlining the process, reducing some of the fees that were going to be originally paid by homeowners, we just streamlined that and got rid of it and made things better for everybody. So I think in the end, we've learned a lot from each other, even from an emergency standpoint. One of the things we found out, I think Tom brought it up in one of our early meetings, was that the water companies can't get to the command post because they're not driving up in a big fancy truck like Edison or the gas company. So we're trying to work through a process on how to identify the water companies so they can get to the command post so we can work effectively together to make it a better product while the emergency is happening and not even dealing with the recovery portion of it. So it's really a huge shout out to all the water companies to work with us so that we can get to where we need to go as soon as possible. And I want to thank all the water companies for that relationship.
Thank you, Chief. I will, but I'm going to do it when we introduce the operators. Okay. Well, thank you. So before we begin our ceremony honoring our operators, I want to call up the president of Rubio Canyon Land and Water, Dr. Janet Fahey, who herself has had to trudge through this ordeal in more ways than a person of her resolute attitude about recovery deserves to have to endure. So please welcome Dr. Fahey, the president of Rubio Canyon. Hi. Just on your shirt, just like on the side here. Want me to do it? Yeah, right there. Here you go.
Okay, I need to.
Yep.
I just want to reiterate what we heard today. Thank all of you so much for participating.
But can you
with
hold
us,
it closer to me?
for being with us today. I think I am so proud to be part of Rubio Canyon. I'm a 45-year resident of Altadena, and I've seen it grow and change over the years. I lost my home last year, as Tom said, and one of our other board members did as well. So it's been quite challenging for all of us. But we couldn't have done any of this without the cooperation and working together of our staff and our board. Our board is a 5-member board. We are all, or were, shareholders ourselves. So we know what the community is about. But it's the cooperation between the board and the staff looking at what Rubio needs, when they need it, and how we can work together to make sure that that gets provided to the company.
Want me to hold the mic for you?
No, that's all right.
Okay. All right.
We are also very proud today to be able to have refreshments from Altadena suppliers who are coming back. Manny's Party Rentals. If you're here, thank you. Tacos Casa. Altadena Cookie Company. Woo! I would also like to recognize our operating staff. They have gone above and beyond, as we've heard, in every possible way.
Can you hold
I would like to come up one at a time and be recognized. You can hold your applause till the end. First is Armando, our assistant general manager.
Can we have him say a few words before we
Sorry?
introduce? Can we have him say a few words before you
Armando, would
introduce
you
him?
like to say a few words?
Tell us what you went through, Mondo.
Good afternoon. Thank you for everyone who attended. I didn't have anything prepared. I'm sorry, but I'm really thankful for everyone. I know we're honoring our operators, and I do want to say that this wouldn't have been possible without the assistance of the rest of the operators. I know that the water system doesn't operate with only one person. There's a lot of people behind the scenes that operationally do different things. So I really appreciate everyone that came out during the fire, who was here with us from day one, and we're just in the trenches. I know it wasn't easy. We had a lot of nights where we didn't get any sleep, but I'm very appreciative to not only my staff or my operators that came through, but PWAG, Met, all the other members and the guys that came out and assisted us. And even food, like Lisa mentioned, there was a time where we didn't have access to food. I'm not sure how I was able to do it. I know Tom, he's a master of being able to get in through different places, but I found my way in where I could find my way in to access our sites to make sure that water was still operational. But yeah, I'm very thankful for everyone. But my heart goes out to the members that did lose their homes. We also lost reservoirs, but we're here to restore the water, and hopefully I can pay it forward one day to one of the other members when they need our assistance. So thank you to all.
Well, why don't we line up? Because we're going to do the first day.
All right.
Want us to stand over there?
I think so. All right. Next is Damien, our water system supervisor. Damien.
Well, he can go stand next to you.
Excellent. Okay. Sergio, lead distribution operator. Chris, system operator. Anthony, system operator. Melvin, field maintenance. And Jesse, clients and project specialist. Jesse is a new addition to our
And one more, Jan, Louise, system operator. Louise, system operator.
Ah, sorry, Louise. There you go. All right. All of you, take a shovel and give us our first groundbreaking. Go for it. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Great. Oh, thank you. Please thank President Fahey for her comments and for leading us in the ceremony. We would also like to call up our speakers to please stand behind the shovels as well and do another dig, and then we'll do the board. 1, 2, everybody's got a shovel full? 1, 2, 3. All right. All right. One, 2, 3.
Go.
Okay.
Here we go.
2, 3.
All right. Oh, I passed.
How about just one with them?
The second. 1, 2.
1, 2. Look up, everybody. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Go ahead. 1, 2, 3. Thank you, everybody.